So, hey everybody, I know that we haven't had a team meeting in a while, so I felt like it was appropriate that we needed to. And I am going to actually set out like a schedule for the next couple of months. So, I think Wednesdays are going to work the best because there's just so many training calls on like Tuesday and Thursday and Monday that this way, or maybe you want them to all be on one day. I don't know. You can pick and choose, but we'll only do it like once a month. And that way it won't be, you don't feel like you're constantly on meetings and stuff. So I'll put that schedule out sometime this week, and I'm also going to put out a schedule for one-on-ones. So you can meet with me for about 15, 20 minutes, and we can have a chat, and we can go over things that you're struggling with, or talk more in depth with stuff. And I'll have some during the day hours, and I'll have some night hours for people that I know can't today. So I'll put that sign up sheet in the file section in E&E, so you all can just like sign up for a time, and we'll kind of do that every month. So I can check in with you guys, and there can be more one-on-one time. So let's go ahead and get things rolling. And I want to introduce my two very nervous co-hosts for tonight, Miss Amy and Missy. And they are the founders of Empower, Team Empower. And they run a really awesome challenge group, and they're two dear friends of mine. And I have asked them to share tonight about their top 10 tips about building relationships, because these ladies do that. They really genuinely reach out to the challengers and to people before they even become customers. And I just see how their challenge group is, and how it's like this one giant, huge family. And I know that everybody in there is just so in love with the coaches and with them. So I think they've created a really cool culture, and I've asked them to share that with us tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and put their top 10 tips up on the screen for us all to see. And I'll kind of move them, I'll scroll as they talk. Can everybody see those? Just shake your head.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And what I'm going to do is, I was going to mute you guys, but now I don't know how to, so they could talk. I think we're all good though. If you do have any like background noise, just mute yourself until the end, and then that way there isn't like reverb going on. So go ahead and take it away, ladies.
Hey guys, I'm Amy, and I'm going to start with sharing your story, which we put at the top of the list because we think that's probably one of the most important places to start. It can sometimes be the most scary place to start. I know for me it was. Some of you all may already have shared your story. Maybe you started as a challenger, and you kind of shared your story along the way. And if so, that's really good, because that's going to make this part even easier for you. But if not, if you're like me, for some reason I fell in love with what I was doing, but I kind of kept it to myself, and I don't know why. So when I did become a coach, I came out with this story, and it was tough at first. It was very scary, and I kind of had to be pushed to do it. But I was glad I did. Once I did, it was a big relief, and it just really formed a lot of connections with people. I started my story, I guess, about my health issues, and then it kind of went into how the challenge groups helped me with running. And I guess from there, I feel like right now I share more of the whole bond thing that we have with our challengers and with the coaching world. And that's kind of what I'm sharing right now more than anything. So whatever it is that speaks to you and what's your story, just be sure to share that. I always hid behind like my kids on Facebook. I didn't like to share much. So it was just really scary for me. And I did that, and that's been a big deal, just to kind of come out and be open, and it's really built my confidence. And I think, for you guys to do that, it'll really help you as well. One of the things about sharing your story, you want to be real. You want to be brave. You want to be vulnerable. And most importantly, be you and speak from your heart, because your audience will feel that. And they're just going to appreciate the fact that you are willing to open up and share something so personal. And they're going to connect with you. And that's just what you want. That's the first step in building that relationship. And then the other thing is to always keep your story living. And Erica's been talking about that, how you always have to continue sharing your story. And it doesn't have to be your original story you started off with. You may want to share little tidbits of something else you've learned along the way. But no matter what it is, just continue to share it. And if all else fails, kind of do like we do. You post it, you cringe, and you walk away. And that's it. And no looking back. And we've all done that. So. And now Miss Missy for number 2.
Hi, I'm Missy, and I'm going to talk about being consistent. That's with your like Facebook posts, 2 to 3 times a day. And make sure you add value to your post. Be passionate, be yourself, kind of like Amy said with your story. Keep it about 80% personal, 20% Beachbody, but you want to always stay in their news feed. So by doing that 2 or 3 times a day, morning, noon, or night, or whenever you can, they'll be seeing you. And then if they comment on it, tag them and comment back. That way you stay in the feed and you bump your post up. So just be consistent with your posts. So number 3 goes back to Amy.
All right, this one's a biggie for me. This one is planting your seeds. And so now you've shared your story. You're being consistent with your Facebook post. And you've been showing them what you're doing and I guess kind of why it works for you. So you're planting the seeds and you're cultivating relationships. And this part, I'm really not ashamed to say that I was very, very slow to grow. Last July, we got on a Team Cup. And I remember Erica asking me to be on the Team Cup, and I was really nervous about it and kind of like embarrassed, thinking, you really don't want me on your Team Cup. I had started coaching in May, and so that was in July, like I said. And then you get, for those of you that haven't done the Team Cup, you get weekly emails that tell you how many Success Club points you have, and it shows your whole team score. And, it's just a fun way to kind of pump you up. And I kept getting those emails, and I had a big fat 0 and another big fat 0, and I started to feel really bad about it. But I knew, I was really working behind the scenes, and I was building those relationships, and just really, like we had said, we were planting the seeds. So finally, like halfway into the month, things started to work for me, and I ended up getting my most Success Club points ever that month. I think I got like 18 at the end of the Team Cup, which was huge for me. So it just goes to show that it's okay to be slow to grow and build those relationships. And that's something that's very important to me is, I just really value people and the relationships I can form with them. So I was fine with that. So just keep that in mind as and I really had something corny to say about getting your overalls and your straw hat on and grab your gardening tools and go play something. Really, go ahead.
Okay, now we're going to form them. What that means, it stands for family, occupation, recreation, and then message. So those are the questions that you're going to ask and find out about them. People that you just meet on Facebook or you reconnect with after you haven't talked to these people in 5 years or 10 years. You're not just going to send a message that says, hey, you want to join my challenge group? Well, no, because I haven't talked to you in 10 years. So you're going to first, ask them about their family, their occupation, what they do for fun, and then, keep the message going. And then after that, once you build a relationship, that's when you can come in with what you're doing now. So don't say anything Beachbody. Beachbody doesn't get mentioned in all of this. Like I said, family, the occupation, recreation, what they're doing for fun, how's their kid? Their kid is so cute. Oh my gosh, you look great, blah, 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 whatever. So no message, no Beachbody until all this is over. And then now it's back to Amy.
All right, so now you form them, and then we're going to date them. And that's going to take them forming to the next level. And I guess some ways that we had talked about doing this would be to send birthday wishes, do a private message instead of just on their wall. like Missy said earlier, that kind of puts you in their news feed. So when you do make that really cool, awesome challenge group post, they're going to see it, and hopefully they're going to comment on it. And when they do, like she said, you're also going to want to tag them in that comment, because it's going to bump your post back up. And then, when I know I appreciate the fact when somebody sends me a private message versus just something on the wall. So that's just a nice little touch for those people. And then for the new people, because we're always adding 3 to 5 people a day, don't just jump right in and start messaging them randomly. Kind of going along with this dating theme, you want to let them kind of watch you from across the room, I guess, so to speak. Give them a few days to check you out, and then just kind of start, if you want to say, flirting back with them. Start liking their pictures, start commenting on their posts. That way, when you do reach out to them, if you're going to hey girl them or whatever you're going to do, it's not going to seem real stalkerish. You're already going to be in their face a little bit. So that'll just make it a little bit easier. And I think, like Misty had said too, just make sure it's something relevant to them when you do message. Whether it's the vacation or the new hairstyle, the new makeup. So just have fun with it.
Okay, and now after that, we're going to focus on selling yourself and not the product. We want to build trust with people. As we all know, they can go to Craigslist, eBay, Amazon, anywhere, and buy this product. So why should they want to buy it from you? They want to buy it from you because of this relationship that you've built with them through sharing your story, being consistent, planting seeds, asking all about them. So you've built this relationship with them. So now when it comes to buying the product, they feel they want to buy it from you because you've helped them all along the way. They trust you. They can, of course, they can go buy it on eBay, maybe $10 cheaper, but since they have invested in you, like you've invested in them, they feel more comfortable buying it from you. So just don't worry about sales. I did that 1 month, and I think I got to Success Club points. I was so focused on money that I lost sight of what was important to helping people. And that's the month that I didn't hit Success Club. So all these other months, I don't focus on that. And like Amy said, from those seeds that you're planting every month, they'll start to cultivate. And before you know it, the relationship you've built, they trust you and they want to buy it from you because they value your opinion. So on to the next.
Next topic is be interested and not interesting. So it is not about us. It is all about them. And that's what we have to remember, to be a friend and offer support, even if it's not, Beachbody related. Show them that you want to help them no matter what. Be truly interested in what it is that they're sharing with you. And one of the things I like to compare it to is I want to say it's maybe a doctor's office where you see the sign where they say, we know you have lots of choices when it comes to your healthcare. Thank you for choosing us. And I kind of feel that way too. There's so many options out there with gyms and CrossFit, and just so many options for people. And so we really do have something interesting to offer them, but we just have to build that relationship and make sure that they're willing to trust you before they see this. So you really need to be grateful for the fact that they are trusting you, and you're willing to listen to their why, and then put yourself in their shoes too. When you're thinking of a solution or a response, when they message you, you don't have to respond right then, even though it shows that you've read the response. You don't have to. It's probably best to walk away and make sure you come up with the right answer that makes it about them. And then we also said at the end of a message, if you can, try to end with a question so that leaves that conversation open and always going. And that's that one.
Okay, next one we have our share your struggles. That makes you a little more relatable to people. Nobody really wants perfection. They don't want to feel like, because I've had some messages, and I'm pretty sure Amy has too, from some challengers that, a lot of them, if they're not posting and we check up on them, they're like, well, I'm not doing as good as everybody else or whatever. So I feel like if we share some of the struggles we have, then they don't look at us like we're some like perfectly eating, exercising constantly, never having a bad day type people. they can really relate to us, you know, if they know we fall off the wagon, or we, you know, this weekend I totally ate like crap and didn't work out none at all. You know, you might not want to say everything, but you know, at least they know that you know, you're not perfect, and that they can relate to you and they feel comfortable sharing with you, because you don't come across as somebody that's unapproachable because you're so perfect or whatever. So just share your struggles and keep it real.
Number 9 is the follow-up, and I know you guys have probably heard it many times before, but follow-up is key in this business. You know, we all get busy, so maybe that ignored but read message, because you know it says it's read, maybe it came at a time when the baby was crying or the dog was barking or whatever. You know, we're all busy. You follow up with them. One of the things you have to do is realize that you're not bugging them. You're showing them that you care about them, even if the conversation is not Beachbody related just yet. You know, it doesn't hurt to just send a quick message, just a, hey, just happen to be thinking about you, hope everything's okay type message. You know, everybody wants to know that somebody cares about them. And remember, if it has gone into a Beachbody conversation and you do get a no thank you message about a challenge group or whatever, no does not mean never. It just means not right now. So you want to keep that relationship going. Do not just end it. Keep nurturing it and showing interest in their situation. You know, if you walk away after that no, not right now, then it's going to seem like you had a different motive in the first place and you were just kind of trying to push the product. And we all know that that's not what we do.
Okay, last but not least, are they ready to be invited to your next girls' night out? What that means is this someone that you feel comfortable enough with that you would invite out to have drinks or dinner or whatever? And if not, that means you haven't formed the relationship enough with them to start inviting them to your challenge group yet. So make sure you go through the form, the family, the date names before you start inviting them to your challenge group. Because like I said, when I first started, I literally was just everybody, the same copy and paste message, hey, join my challenge group. Well, some of them never responded. Well, no wonder, because I hadn't talked to them in 5 years. You know, they're not going to. Now they're starting to come back around because they see me post. I'm asking questions. I'm asking them about their family. So unless that you feel comfortable enough somebody to go out with or have them at your birthday party or whatever, the relationship is not ready for them to be invited to yet. So make sure you go through all of the steps. Get to know them, know their interests, know what they want, their wants and needs. And then after that, that's when the inviting comes in.
And we wanted to add one more thing. I'm sorry. One more thing that we do as our big challenge group, we try to get together once a month, whether it be for dinner or we've set up a couple 5Ks. We've talked about doing just some sort of little fit club, just something where we work out together. That's just really seemed to work well for us. And we started out with maybe, 5-6 people in a room, and now are up to like 30 people showing up, and it goes over just really well. So I highly recommend you doing that with your challenge group. It just strengthens those bonds.
Love it. I know everybody got some really good takeaways from that for sure. That was awesome, you guys. I don't know why you were scared. So, any questions about what they just talked about? I know some of you kind of jumped on late, which is totally fine because I recorded the whole thing, so you can catch up on that. But anything that you'd like a little bit more in depth on, or do you want to move on to just asking questions not about this?
I just want to say I think Amy and Missy are fabulous.
Oh,
Thank you,
Julie.
Great tips there. And they really do walk the walk and talk the talk. So
They really do.
Thank you.
All right.